Hello. We are Guardian Heals, or humans enriching animals' lives. We are passionate lovers of animals who have dedicated our lives to the field of veterinary medicine. We believe there is nothing more beautiful than the bond between a pet and their owners. Sadly, though, we've seen heartbreak too many times when pet owners have to surrender or euthanize their beloved companion animals simply because they lack the financial means to pay for care. We've established Guardian Heals to help financially needy owners pay for veterinary care to save their pets' lives. We strive to end animal surrender and euthanasia due to a pet owner's inability to pay for life-saving veterinary care. By providing financial assistance, Heals enables local primary care veterinarians to treat more cases and save more lives. All of these pet owners that you're about to see have qualified for our financial assistance. Our very first case that came to us was a 7-year-old Papillon named Pippi. Pippi came to us with calcium stones that were quickly causing the quality of her life to deteriorate. Left untreated, Pippi would likely have to be put down soon. Pippi's only option was surgery. The surgery was going to be complex, and it was going to have to be performed by a specialist. We were able to get Pippi the funds she needed for the life-saving surgery. She has now made a full recovery, and she's living her best life. And look at how cute she is, too. Wiley Valentine was an adorable 1-year-old pup who came to us with a severe case of wobbler syndrome. He was having trouble walking, playing, or enjoying his life. Wiley's mom, Avi, told us that this had been devastating for Wiley. He was such an active puppy, and the wobbler syndrome was preventing him from properly enjoying his life. Although he wasn't in immediate danger, the life expectancy of dogs with wobblers is greatly reduced. Not to mention Wiley's quality of life overall had also been greatly reduced. We were able to get Wiley the treatment he needed to get back to living his happy puppy life. Wiley has since made a full recovery, and Avi and Wiley couldn't be happier together. Bello is a blind, diabetic Chihuahua with a happy-go-lucky disposition and a deep love for life. In November, Bello was going to be euthanized because his previous owners could not afford the care for his diabetes. We decided that this wouldn't do, so we stepped in and gave Bello the care that he needed. In early March, Bello had a flare-up of diabetes-related pancreatitis. He needed expensive emergency treatment or he would not survive. After doing everything we could to get the funds together, Joe, one of Bello's biggest fans, stepped in and took care of the Bello. Little Bello came out of the ICU as happy as ever, and Joe decided that it was time to take Bello in. Bello now lives with Joe and his fellow Chihuahuas, and they all couldn't be happier. We're so happy to have played a role in a story like this with such a happy ending. Wendy is an 11-year-old sweetheart who came to us in need of some diagnostics. Wendy lives with her mom, Cindy, and her lifelong lover and best friend, BK. Cindy rescued Wendy and BK from their abusive former home and has given them a great life since. Wendy and BK have been together for their entire lives. They've even had a litter of puppies together. Unfortunately, Wendy had been having some medical issues, which had led to constant pain and discomfort. We were able to get Wendy the diagnostics she needed to get some answers, but still things weren't looking good. There was a high likelihood that she would be diagnosed with cancer, which would again put her at risk for euthanasia. We all waited anxiously for the results, and a week and some change later, we had some great news. Wendy had an infection that could easily be treated with antibiotics. She is expected to make a full recovery, and her family are over the moon. Daisy is the therapy dog for a special needs teenager. When her and her family first came to us, Daisy had been hit by a car. She was at death's door. She was suffering from life-threatening injuries and multiple wounds. She had to undergo multiple surgeries, which her family couldn't afford. Guardian Heals stepped in and helped cover the cost to save Daisy's life. Daisy has since gone back to work as a therapy dog, and her family is so thankful to have her around. Puggy and Rosanna have such a touching story. Puggy had a tough life until he was saved by his mom, Rosanna. When others had given up on Puggy, Rosanna saw a beautiful being that needed love and a home. They bonded instantly and were inseparable from the start. Everybody loved Puggy, and he was such a light in Rosanna's life. Puggy's day job was working as a therapy dog at nursing homes, and he was a very sweet boy, a favorite amongst his patrons. Throughout 2021, Rosanna was receiving chemotherapy, and Puggy was there for her throughout that whole ordeal. As Rosanna was recovering from her chemo, Puggy came down with pneumonia. We helped make sure that Puggy got the best care possible, and we did what we could to make sure that these two had as much time together as possible. Reggie was an oncology patient with a particularly loving family. The family had nearly exhausted all of their funds by the time Reggie's treatment was over, but he pulled through. As time went on, Reggie's symptoms returned, and he would have to go back into treatment. Sadly though, Reggie's family was out of options, as all of their money had been spent on his previous treatment. Guardian Heals was able to step in and pay for Reggie's life-saving treatment, and Reggie's owners were so grateful. Here are some of the words that they shared with us. "We are so grateful for the Guardian Heals program. With your help, Reggie was given a chance to live longer with a better quality of life. Your program gave him a chance and gave us more time with him. You will all be on our hearts for the compassion, care, and grant assistance. We wouldn't have been able to give him the chance without it." Miyuki is a 7-month-old Pomeranian that means the absolute world to her mom, Aline. Unfortunately, Miyuki broke her femur while playing at home earlier this year. The break was so severe that surgery was required to ensure a full recovery. With vet bills and the cost of surgery mounting up, the situation wasn't looking too hopeful for Miyuki. Thankfully, we connected with the two of them, and we were able to help out with some of the bills. Miyuki, Aline's emotional support animal, is such a young and playful dog, full of energy and love. We're happy to report the operation went as planned, and that Miyuki has made a full recovery. Miyuki and Aline have a very special bond. Miyuki has helped Aline through some tough times, and in return, Aline would do anything for her beautiful little pup. Here's what she had to say about her experience working with Guardian Heals.
Hello, my name is Aileen. I'm Miyuki's mother, and I'm here to talk a little bit about my experience with Guardian Heals, which in my opinion should be called Guardian Angels, because they help saving lives. When that happened, Guardian Heals helped me a lot with expenses. She was very supportive to us. You know, they still a lot of supportive. So I want to thank them so much for everything they did for my dog, for me. So thank you so much for everything you guys have done for us. Thank you, Guardian Heals.
Not too long ago, 6-month-old Rosie Elizabeth was in a terrible accident. This accident was absolutely devastating to Rosie's mom, Sarah, who had been recovering from brain surgery since 2017. Sarah suffers from constant headaches, and Rosie helps keep her company and brings her joy during those difficult times. Sarah's previous service dog, Bear, passed away this February. Even though she was just a few months old at the time, Rosie stepped right in and has constantly been by Sarah's side since. She's even been known to lick the tears off Sarah's face when she's having a tough night. An expensive and complicated surgery was looking like the only option, and that wasn't in the cards for Sarah and her family. It looked like Rosie may have to be put down. That's when Sarah found Guardian Heals. We were able to get Rosie into surgery just last week, and we were expecting her to make a full recovery. Saving lives and keeping families together. That's what Guardian Heals is all about. Looking back at stories like these is truly humbling. Slowly but surely, we're changing more lives and turning our goals into reality. Thank you to everyone who has donated or helped out in any way. We couldn't have done any of this without you.